Hey! Hey, hey! What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. I'm your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha. It's Friday, you guys. It's the end of the week. We made it. Hey! I guess it's old news, but if you guys weren't here on Wednesday, we sold the house. Yeah, that's exciting. And tomorrow, tomorrow's big, guys. Tomorrow, we're going to go and look at our top 2 picks for new homes. So, it's both really exciting and it's pretty scary too. Honestly, I think this weekend's probably going to be one of the most important weekends of my life, dare I say. Because house buying is not it's not a fun thing. If you've not done it on your own, it's not a fun thing. It's exciting, but it's not fun. There's a lot of ups and downs. It's a roller coaster ride, and all you can do is hang on. So, yeah, so we're going to go look at 2 houses tomorrow. We went and looked at one today. It was basically our backup option, which was really nice. Need a little bit of work, but nothing crazy. Yeah, it's been a day. It's been a day. So, Amber's upstairs with 2 of her friends, or she's having a sleepover. So, yeah, we're down here doing the show. So, anywho, all right, y'all, rocking the Titans tonight. Classic, the Titans classic. This isn't the new Titans. This is classic Titans. The original formula. So yeah, if you're interested in any of the tools and materials that we work with here on a nightly basis, hit the Amazon link in the description below. I do get a bit of a commission based on the stuff that you buy, but it does not increase the cost for you. It just goes to help out the stream and what we do here. A lot of cool stuff in there, tools and materials, gear for photography and streaming, books for inspiration, the storage solutions category, all that fun stuff is in there right now. So go take a looky look. Yeah. Aside from that, if you want to rock one of these Titans shirts, man, go hit up www.childofmecha.com. Hit the store button up at the top. You will find this shirt and many more. A bunch of cool series shirts in there. Ace Pilot series, the Mecha Decal series insignias, all that fun stuff. Go load up on that. Hats, prints of my work, everything. And then if you really want to show your support for what we do here, man, hit up the Child of Mecha Patreon. It would mean a lot. And like I said, it just goes to help support what we do and all of the other future stuff that I've got planned. So, and once we get in a new place, full steam ahead. At that point, once we get settled in, there's nothing stopping me. Yeah, nothing stopping me. No road bumps, no interferences, no naggy people. Because Amber's not naggy. She's awesome. Yeah, go hit up the Child of Mecha Patreon. And then, of course, if you are interested in kits, tools, paints, accessories, Mecha Decals, sheets 1, 2, and 3 are in stock and shipping now. 4 is coming very, very soon. Hit up our good friends right down here. Demons. USA Gundam Store. Adam and the fine crew down there will definitely have what you need. So, with that being said, yeah. Hi, everyone. Let's see who we got in here. What's Sam L say? Did second bit of priming after cleaning up my 30-minute mission kit for the contest. Need to get it done before I move. Yeah, you do. Anyway. George Jackson's with us. He's got a question about the stuff you sell, like hats and shirts. Okay, George, don't leave us in suspense, dude. Ask your question. Go. We'll answer it as best we can. Or I will answer it as best I can. Anyway. Rami Bro's with us. Yo, what up? What's going on, dude? Michael Dawson's with us. I can stop you. Can you? Anyway. Greek Nakos, Mr. Charles Dodge is over there on Twitch, throwing up the Mecha Army. Little emotive thing, emote, I think it's called over on Twitch. I don't know, dude. I really still am not familiar with Twitch terminology all that well. Anyway, Kevin Branham's with us. Kenneth, he's with us. I know I saw Julius, Sarge, and Subi Works both before the show. What's going on, guys? George Jackson. Okay, so he wants to know, can you go bigger in your shirts? And do you only have those hats, or do you have baseball caps? They are baseball caps, dude. What do you mean? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I follow. But in terms of bigger shirts, we can. But there's a but there, right? We can, but it wouldn't be in the Bella Canvas shirts, the really nice and soft ones right now. It would be the Gildan, and so they would basically be like the old shirts, and some of the colors, I think a good majority of Gildan colors go up to 4X, and then there are even some that go up to 5X for the big boys. George, I don't think you're a 5X dude, so I don't think you have much to worry about. But yeah, I mean, if you need a 2 or 3 or something like that, man, hit me up through Messenger or something like that, and I can see what what we can figure out for you. Definitely. But in terms of the hats and everything, yeah, dude. All of my hats are upstairs in the closet because I had to hide them for people, so people couldn't look and everything like that. You know what I mean? So but yeah, just hit me up on Facebook Messenger, dude, and let me know what you're kind of looking at, and I'll try to give you as many options as I possibly can. Okay? Good deal. Straight bill. Oh, dude, no, they come straight. Yeah, the bills come straight. I curve mine because I'm old school. But no, all of the hats come straight billed. Yeah. So yeah. I put the curve in it, man. Come on. Curve that thing. Anyway, Kyo Mecha is over there on YouTube. They say hello all. What's going on? Thank you for watching. Julia says, what are your must-haves when looking for a new place? Let's see. Must-haves for looking at a new place. Number one, and this is the most important thing, it's got to be in the right school district for Amber. There are four school districts that we've narrowed it down to that are basically within our vicinity and everything. So we want to keep her in one of those 4. That's because she knows people in those school districts and everything. Starting over, especially in 8th grade, last year of middle school and everything, that's tough, man. So that is the absolute number 1 drop dead priority, and that's kind of where we narrowed everything down to, is those 4 school districts around where we live, and they're basically high school districts. So beyond that, I'm pretty flexible in terms of features and stuff like that. I'd love a garage, even if it's a 1-car garage. I'd love to have a garage, because I know, unlike most people, and I may be blasphemous when I say this, I actually park my car in the garage, believe it or not. I know, blows your mind, right? No. So yeah, and yeah, a garage would be great, but it's not a deal breaker. 3 bedrooms, I think, is probably are the one kind of requisite in terms of number of bedrooms. 2 baths at least. Hopefully one of those baths is an ensuite to the master, and then Amber that way can have kind of her own bathroom like we have now. A half bath in the basement would be great, but again, not a requisite. But most places around here have either half or full baths in the basement. So I figure, if we get a three bedroom, maybe 2.5, 3 bathroom, all that good stuff, then we'll be in good shape, because all the places around here have already have basements, and the massive majority of them are finished. So that's a good thing for me, because I don't have to spend time and labor putting in and finishing off a basement, which I have no problem with. It's just time consuming, and it's not something that I really want to do. When I get into the new place, I want to set up the new studio and hit the ground running and have very, very, very minimal downtime in terms of the streams and everything. So that's kind of the I guess the must-haves for me. The houses that we're looking for are basically done and move-in ready. They're all in shades of gray, wall colors and stuff, which is awesome, because that's kind of what we were going for anyway. Again, not afraid to paint. I painted enough in this house to get this thing ready. So, that's not a big deal, but still, just having everything move-in ready is great. So the two places that we're looking for, looking at tomorrow, are both open houses, which worries me, because that promotes a bidding war, right? One is a single-family home with a one-car garage, finished basement. Everything is to the nines. Everything's upgraded. The kitchen is just, you guys, just wow. The kitchen's amazing. It's got like shiplap on, some accent walls, shiplap on the ceiling and everything. White on white counters and cabinets and everything, which is actually really impressive. I didn't think I would really like a white on white type of scheme, but it's actually really impressive looking. Stainless steel appliances, everything is upgraded and awesome. It's definitely near the top of my budget, but I'm gonna go in tomorrow and do everything I can to get it, because I think that would be an amazing investment. It's in a great neighborhood, great school district. The neighborhood that it's in, I'm very familiar with, so no surprises or anything. Great big backyard. The whole 9 yards. It's a great place. The other place that we're looking at is it's a end of row townhouse, and it actually has more square footage than the single family that we're looking at, just by a little bit. The townhouse, I think, has 1,700 square feet, where the single family has about 1,500 or 1,600 square feet, something like that. Same number of rooms, same number of bathrooms, all that good stuff. So it's all comparable. Now, obviously, the townhouse is going to be less because it doesn't have a one-car garage, and it's a townhouse, so it's like $35K cheaper, which obviously would give me a lot more bargaining leverage, especially since I can, since it's a lot less than my top end budget. But man, I really want the house. Amber wants the townhouse. She loves the townhouse. I love the house, and it's just it's awesome, and it's great looking. And so yeah, fingers crossed. My main worry is that if I go hard on the house and I don't get it, the townhouse will be stolen out from under me. That's the game you gotta play, and it fucking sucks. So, it is what it is. Originally, we had 6 favorites, right? We eliminated one because there was talk of redistricting the schools in that particular neighborhood, and if that was the case, it wouldn't fall into the 4 that we were looking at. So that was gone. The other one fell under contract early. That was gone. The last one, the third one, was actually more kind of a mystery. because it was a coming soon listing, and there was no interior pictures, only outside pictures. And this place had a massive 2-car garage. It was a single family home, and it was a little on the older side, and I was fine. I was just like, yo, if we can get it, that's a lot of house for that price, and we can fix it up and everything. But then the inside pictures came out, and it was just doo-doo. Oh, disgusting, borderline. The place was dirty. It had fucking wallpaper everywhere. And if you guys have never stripped off wallpaper, it's bad. It's not a good time. It's very, very bad. We had to do it in this house, and we had to do it in our previous townhouse many moons ago when Amber was first born. And I don't want to do it. I don't want to dick around with fucking wallpaper. Like, who puts up wallpaper anymore? I'm surprised wallpaper manufacturers are even still in business. And I'm not talking like this was cool wallpaper. This was like, grandma, grandpa style wallpaper. So my thought is that, old people lived in this house, and I don't know, something happened. It also had a pool in the back, which was disgusting. You talking about like, it was like a swamp back there, and I didn't want to dick around with that either. I don't care if a place has a pool. I don't want to maintain it and all that crap. It's just nah. So we quickly eliminated that one, which left us with 3. So we'll see. The one that we went to today, the backup, is decent. It's pretty nice. Little on the smaller side, but we can cope with that. Like I said, it's a townhouse. It's one in from the end unit, so it's serviceable. Yeah, serviceable. So we'll see. We'll wait and see. That's all we can do right now. But tomorrow's definitely going to be a big day, because I know I'm going to end up putting a bid in on one of them. Let's see if it works out. I'll tell you guys on Monday. Hopefully I should know something. We'll see. So, but yeah, that's what I'm looking for in a home, Sarge. So, yeah. Anywho, let's get caught back up here real quick. Kenneth, he's got a question here.
We have a question.
He says, "Are you building a new workshop station for new house, or move the current ones over?" Oh yeah, no, I'm taking everything in here, taking all the gear with me. Yeah, I really don't feel like building anything more than what I have. This is perfect. I've got my big 8-foot bench. I've got a 4-foot bench. A shelf, which is actually just behind here, up on the behind everything. We got the pegboard, little shelf here. There's a shelf system over this way, and you can see right this way, this little edge here. That's kind of a small paint rack that I made before I got my Mr. Hobby rack. So yeah, so no, everything's coming with me. Yeah, this is all gonna be cleared out. So yep. Ty Furious is with us. What's going on, Ty? He says, "Yo, what's up?" Going on. Thomas Staten says the Country Boy curve. Is it the Country Boy curve? I'm a kid from the 80s and 90s, and like we always curved our hats, dude. Like it wasn't that whole flat bill thing didn't come in until like, I don't know, maybe early 2000s, middle 2000s. So yeah, we curved it. It's just me. It's not, and it, mind you, it's not like I don't even have a hat anywhere around here to show you. It's not like a freaking cylinder on your head, like fucking Ruby Rod from Fifth Element. You know, it's just got just a subtle curve. Just keep the sun out of your eyes. You know, come on. Michael Dawson says, took a break from my Delta Plus build. Only thing I got done is masking. Hey, welcome to the club. Travis Chaos. What's going on, Trav? He says, evening, everyone. He says, a garage is must-have for me. Snow sucks. Yeah. He says, also good water pressure. Well, that's a good one, right? Kyo Mecha says, bidding wars are brutal in Toronto. Dude, they're brutal everywhere. Trust me. They're brutal everywhere. It's terrible right now. Let's see. Vincent Lewis, what's going on, Vince? He says, hey, what's good, everybody? Thomas Staten says, that's what a wire wheel is for. I don't want to dick around with any of that, man. Nothing. No, sir. Let's see. Kiyomecha says, what is the lonely box left on the shelves? Oh, where's that? Oh, right. Shit, I don't even know where I'm pointing. Like, so actually, there's two left on the shelves. That one is the one down here is miscellaneous kits. That if I need something to pull to work on, then I can, right? So simplistic kits, stuff like that. The box that I pulled off of there was actually a gift from my boy Joel. You know him better as True Gumpla, right? This guy. Now, mind you, I don't know anything about Initial D. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't know jack fucking shit about Initial D. I've never watched it or anything like that. So I don't know much about this kit, other than it is a car, and it's got 4 wheels and 2 doors. Yeah, 2 doors, and it's got a wing on the back, so I guess there's that too. But it looks like it's a GTR? RX-7, okay. I'm reading the description on the side here, and I saw GTR, and that just kind of, I don't know. But this looks like an RX-7. Okay. I honestly, I don't know if I'll ever build it. So, there's that. But, it looks interesting. I don't know. I may end up... I don't know. I may end up building it at some point in the future. But actually, this was out by out in the other room, sitting on my bar, and I forgot it was out there, so I forgot to pack it, and that's kind of where it is. Michael Dawson says no audio for me. Does everybody else have no audio, or is it just Michael? Let me know. Sound off. Anyway. He gets put back on the shelf for right now. Yes, sir. Vincent Lewis says, yep, I agree. Flat bills were a thing. Right? HR 148. Corbin, my man. Corbin Dallas, my man. It's not a bomb. It's not a bomb. Yeah, Michael Dawson, it's just you, buddy. Refresh it, Michael. Refresh it. Edward Leonard. What's going on, Edward? He says, Tim, I feel sorry for you trying to buy something in this time. Yeah, he says, I had to fight tooth and nail to get my house. It's really hard. It's a seller's market right now, not a buyer's market. Dude, tell me about it. Mind you, we made pretty good money on this house. So, yeah, it's a give and take. Vincent Lewis, weren't a thing. Where was Vincent? Yeah. Yep, agree. Flat bills weren't a thing. Yeah, back in the day, nah. Sparion says there's a yellow hat on the rack. Sup. Oh, that guy right. Shit, I still don't know where to point. That guy right there, and I'm pointing right at it, but it doesn't look like it, does it? The magic of No, so this, that actually, it's a funny story. That was a gift, that those Gundam guys, specifically Armida, Miss Tex Marquise got for me, back in, I think it was 2019, they gave me that. Um, and, it was a gift based on me being a huge drunk asshole at Sabaton Con earlier in 2019. So that's actually an Arizona Sun Devils hat, visor, whatever, and it's got the one and only embroidered on the side. So they got me a visor because I was being a total fucking dumbass frat boy when I was drunk. So yeah, it is what it is. But no, that's actually a pretty special gift, and I keep it up and all that. So no, I it was very sweet, and actually very clever as well. So yeah. But that's what that yellow hat, visor, whatever is. So, yep. Anyway, let's see. Let's keep going here. Where are we going? All right, everybody's good with sound. Excellent. George says, "Yep, good here. Excellent." HR148 says, "I'll send you a cool pic of someone's initial D Dio." Okay, sweet. Thomas Staten says, "Oh my God, your Ruby Rod impersonation was spot on." Thank you. I've seen that movie enough times to be dead on accurate. It's not a bomb, man. Fucking hell, such a good movie. I don't know how many times I've seen that movie. I've lost count at this point, honestly. George Jackson says, "Hey, that's where I from go Sun Devils." Oh, where you're from? Oh, cool. Okay, that's where he's from. Hey. HR148 says sent on Instagram. Where's my fucking phone? My phone's not in here. I think it's out in the other room. Screw it. I'll get to it later. HR148, I'll take a look at it later. I don't want to get up and all that just over the phone and everything. Whoa, look at this guy. Terry T. Mr. Gundam Yatham. What's going on, Terry? Long time, dude. He says, "Hello, everyone. Glad I could join the stream." I'm glad you could join the stream, too. Yes, sir. Anyway. So, yeah. So, buying a house fucking sucks, dude. Sucks. But it'll be fun once we get in there and I can customize the place and make it my own and all that good stuff. So, we'll see. We will see. Anyway. All right, so let's get caught up here with what we're working on, shall we? So still masking the Quel, still a few more parts to go. They're not going to be fun parts. They're going to be fucking tedious parts. I will tell you that right now. M. Nielsen, he's over there on YouTube. They say, "Hi Tim, we have put wallpaper on the walls at my place after it was flooded out and rebuilt last year." Well, I think that's probably a good reason to put wallpaper on a wall. Then, I mean, if it was damaged, right? So, otherwise, just the older people love their weird wallpaper. And not like the full on wallpaper, but like that border wallpaper, that weird shit. Like, this place, I shit you not, guys. In the kitchen of this place, it had a border wallpaper, and it was fucking gingerbread men running and dancing. I've never seen anything like it, and I don't know if I'll see anything like it ever again. Scarred me for life. Gingerbread men border wallpaper. That's something you can't unsee. That's something that you just can't unsee. It's terrible. Just terrible. Anyway. Alright, so, what I did, I finished the chest piece a little bit earlier today, right? After we went and saw the place earlier, kind of this morning. As I think we met the realtor there at about 10:30, something like that. So we got a an early start to that, which gave us some time afterwards and stuff. So worked on masking some stuff, yeah. And so I finished the chest, the front part of the chest and everything that I needed that one fucking color for. So we're going to show that here to you in just a second. Sam L says Tim will be having nightmares of that wallpaper. Dude, I'm literally going to see frolicking gingerbread men in... Yeah, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Yeah. Kenneth says, was it hunted? I think he meant haunted. It wouldn't have surprised me, Kenneth, if that place was haunted as fuck. Yeah. M. Nielsen says about 11 million liters of water went through it. Holy shit. So that just wasn't like, flooding, like the carpet got wet or anything like that, maybe a few inches. That was fucking flooding. That sucks, dude. I am sorry to hear that. Now I understand why you put up some wallpaper. Totally legit at that point. Totally legit. Phew. Plastic Peon Workshop's with us over here on YouTube. He says, sup everyone, hope everyone is doing great this evening. We're trying, dude. We're trying. Like I said, I'm gonna show you here the chest and everything. I finished it earlier. So let's take a look at it, right? Now, I finished it earlier, but then I went ahead and stripped it. So that's where we are with the chest. That one stings because I did a lot of masking on this. Yeah. And that sucked, throwing it in the alcohol. I'm not gonna lie. And I was just like, I was holding it over the alcohol, and I'm like, just not 100% sure if I should throw it in or not. And I kind of wavered back and forth for probably a good 30 seconds. And I'm just like, fuck it. Just threw it in. I threw it in. And done at that point. So, yeah. So we're back to ground zero, essentially. So I'm going to reprime this and get it all painted again and all of that. I was not happy with some of the finish, right? Because, and this is why I don't fucking hand brush. This is why. And I don't have my phone to show you the picture. Fuck. Anyway, there was some overspray that somehow got through all the masking tape. There was a little right here, and then there was a bunch right here on this little area. And then there were a couple little spaces like down here. And I think the torso armor probably would have covered it, but I wasn't about to take the chance. So, like I said, I just went ahead and just stripped the damn thing. Just brought it back to zero. And, like I said, we'll get it reprimed and all that and bring it back and do all that masking again. I won't do it on stream, I promise you, because you've already seen it. So, it just is what it is. It pissed me off. But this is the thing. So, we had overspray here and here. For some strange reason, it got through the masking tape. I don't know where, but it did. So I tried to hand brush the green over top of it, and it just fucked it up. The finish wasn't the same, and even the color wasn't exactly the same. It just, I think it probably reactivated the primer underneath and blended that together. So it screwed me in the end. It just totally screwed me, right? So I had no choice. I just went ahead and stripped the whole thing. Done, and done. So yeah, we'll get back to this. Not a big deal. Not a huge loss in the grand scheme of things. It still doesn't feel good. Let's put it that way. So, anyway. Let's see. Charles Dodge says, at that much flooding, that's rip out the drywall, blue boards, and verify the studs don't have black mold. Yeah, man. I was kind of thinking the same thing, but who knows? Edward Leonard says, LOL, it's a take and take. It cost you the money you think you made and then some to find a place to live in. LOL, it's not a good situation. Wish you the best of luck, brother. I wish your family best of luck. Thank you, Leonard. I appreciate you, buddy. And I know he says, night everyone, got a split. So, Edward, if you rewatch this, thank you, bro. Bry Guy, what's going on, Brian? He's over here. He says, what'd I miss? Mostly just talking about the, looking for houses and stuff like that. That's about it. Ty Furious says, why did I think of Frodo throwing the ring into Mordor? I don't know. Julia says, do you have the MLS number of that gingerbread house? That's a hard pass. That's a hard pass. Let's see. Ty Furious says, not even a short joke, just popped into my mind. Thanks, Ty. Dick. Kyo Mecha says, what alcohol do you use to strip it? So that's a good question, Kyo. So I use Mr. Hobby paints, the lacquers and stuff like that. And so it's 91% isopropyl alcohol. Very, very common stuff here in the States. Not sure, where you are in the world, but here in the States, it's very common. You can get it pretty much everywhere. Grocery stores, convenience stores, drugstores, department stores like Target, Walmart, stuff like that. Very, very common stuff. Very, very inexpensive, too. And honestly, once you drop it in there, you give it, maybe 20, 30 seconds to penetrate and everything, and then everything just comes right off with zero effort. Now there are some spots on here that I'm now seeing that are still green. You can see that inside, and that's under the armor. You're never gonna see that, right? But I'll still go back and probably dip this again in alcohol and just kind of brush that off. It's just powdery at this point, and honestly I could probably wipe that away with my finger, but it's so much easier to just dip it in alcohol again and brush that off of there. So you want all of the residue and everything to be off the crucial areas, because you don't want that nasty residue on there when you go to reprime again, because it's going to act as a barrier between your primer and your plastic, and that'll just screw everything up. So I'll go back and dip this thing again and get the little stubborn places and stuff like that with a brush. Not a big deal. It'll take me like a minute or two, honestly. So Michael Dawson says, that was me. See, I told you I can stop you. What? Okay. Oh, Charles Dodge says 99% is the best, but 97 will work, and you can use 91 if you use a hot water bath to warm the alcohol up. I don't even do that, dude. I literally just drop it in there and give it like 20 seconds to penetrate the paint and primer, and then I just use a toothbrush to just brush it away, and it literally falls off. Like, it's crazy. If Mr. Hobby and you know, the solvent based paints, the lacquer based paints were like Superman, 91% isopropyl alcohol, or you know, really any alcohol at that matter would be its kryptonite. Aside from that, it's bulletproof. But up against alcohol, call it done. I hear elephants upstairs. That worries me. Anyway, I don't hear anybody crying or screaming yet. Anyway, so yeah. Oof. Anyway, Thomas Staten says Molotov Future Green, not the marker, the refill paint. You lost me, Thomas. I'm sorry, buddy. Kiyomeka says, yeah, just isopropyl. Yeah, that's it. George Jackson says the perfect grade Zaku I'm working on. The client decided to not go with the camo and go with shark colors, so I had to strip most of the kit. That sucks. Yeah, that sucks. Michael Dawson says I lowered the PSI I was painting at from 20 to 12. Solves my texture problem. See? Good stuff, Michael. Good stuff. Yeah, when you spray too much, what'll happen is that if you have too high a pressure, that atomized paint will start to cure and dry mid-air, and then once it hits the surface, that's when you get that kind of orange peel effect. You know, that texture that you were seeing. So by lowering it down just a little bit, but still being able to spray it, that helps keep that atomized paint, you know, uncured, undried until it hits the surface of the model. Good stuff. I'm glad you figured it out. Anyway, Charles Dodge says, I heard those elephants. Did you really? They came through? Holy shit. I thought it was loud, but I didn't think you guys could be able to hear it. Shit. George Jackson says, can you strip Mr. Color with the 91%? Yes, absolutely. That's all I use, actually, is 91% isopropyl alcohol. And it works like a charm every single time. Sam L says, I threw all of my Alclad paints away, fixed my issue with it. Hey, but let's see. George Jackson, yes, Charles Dodge says, yep. Michael Dawson says, also found my 135th T800 model on Amazon. Totally bought it. Word. All right. Good stuff. All right. I'm a little concerned about the elephants upstairs. I will be right back. All right. Don't go anywhere because we're gonna get back to it here and try to continue on. Anyway, I'll be right back. Please don't go anywhere. Okay. Anyway, oh my God. Sorry about that, kids. Kenneth says, remember to grab your phone. Fuck. I didn't grab my phone. Thank you for reminding me, though, Kenneth. But, yeah, what's done is done. Oh, well. Everybody's fine. All legs, all arms are intact. No bleeding. Externally. Anyway. So, yeah, they're all good. But, Jesus, jumped up Christ. Wow. All right, so. Christ. Fucking hell. Anyway, let's see. The dark green color. For the dark green color. Thomas, I'm not, are you wondering, like, what that green color was or something? Like, because it's not processing for me, dude. I don't know why. But if you're wondering what that green color is, it's Mr. Color number 340. Yeah, great shade of green. It's a great shade of green. Yeah. Bry Guy says, let's talk about him while he's gone. I mean, y'all talk about me while I'm here. What's the difference? Shit. CML says, let's all leave. Fuck you, Sam. Don't do that. That's mean. Shit. Anyway. George Jackson says, gotta love those kids. Do you? Do you? Sometimes, man. I don't know. Kevin Branham says, let them stomp around some. Call it the last homegirl stomp about. Yeah. We might, I don't know. She might have one or two more in this place. But yeah, not many. Not many. So, and bad thing is only two of her friends could come tonight. So she wanted to have kind of like, like 4 or 5 friends over. But only 2 could do it because the rest of her friends had, previous commitments and everything. So it is what it is. So we'll have another one. We'll have another one. So yeah. George Jackson says, I have 5, 3 boys, 2 girls. Holy shit. That's a lot of kids, dude. I couldn't handle that. One is enough for me. 1 and 2 cats. That's enough. I don't want any more. I'm tapping out. No, sir. No, sir. All right. Anyway, let's go camera 2. Let's get into it and get this rolling. Now, the first piece that I think we're going to start with tonight is this piece right here. We're going to do the faceplate. We're going to do the faceplate. So, it's going to be somewhat involved. And, yeah. So, Helsting Oz unit, did someone get choke slammed? No, thankfully, one of her friends just slipped and on the hardwood upstairs and fell on the carpet. So that's all it was. Evidently, they were fucking around with their other friend and just, yeah. They're having fun, man. They're having fun. I'm gonna leave them alone. Let them do their thing. They're having fun. I'm just, I don't want to get into it. You know what I mean? So, anyway. Did someone get chokeslammed? God, that would have been funny. All right. So, all right, kids, let's get into this. Let's see how we're going to tackle this thing because there's a lot of little details on here that we need to be able to mask off, right? So, what I'm thinking is the vent intakes right here will be probably the darker shade of gray. Both sides. The visor right here, wrap that all the way around. That'll probably be the darker shade of gray as well. And then the chin piece will probably be that darker shade of gray. The 2 cheek vents here will probably be the lighter shade of gray with the dark gray inlaid in there. And then the crest, the knot V fin. Holy fucking shit! I don't know if y'all heard that again, but it happened again. God damn kids, man. So anyway, this not V-fin crest will be that lighter shade of gray there as well. So I think what we're gonna need to start, what we're gonna need to do, is mask this off, and then we're gonna need to spray the dark shade of gray first. That'll be the easiest because there's gonna be more of that on here than anything else. Now another thought, which I may do, is pull the dark gray up from the visor up and around and wrap it over the rim of the upper camera here. I may do that. Actually, I'm going to do that because I think that's just going to make a more cohesive look, because there's no panel line between the visor and this piece here, but there is a stark panel line between the not V-fin crest and the other pieces there. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we need to basically have a plan of attack here, because we need to do this systematically and we need to do this properly, right? And this could go very, very badly if we don't do it properly, right? Now, I'm definitely going to leave the faceplate here green. That's not changing, and I think that'll still look really good with everything all together. Okay, so let's start, shall we? Let's start. Let's real quick get caught up with the chat, and then we'll get into this thing. CML says, stuff going to be falling off the wall soon. Dude, tell me about it, right? Rami Bro says, I have a question. All right.
We have a question.
He says, can you paint the Psycho frame on a perfect grade unicorn? Absolutely. Yes. Yes, you can. If it's plastic, Rami Bro, you can paint it, dude. Absolutely. Now, there's a caveat to that. There is a caveat to that. Can you paint it? Absolutely. Can you change the clear color to it? No. No, you can't. It's not going to happen. That color is baked into the plastic. If you were to cut that Psycho frame, it would be red or green or whatever color it is throughout the entire piece. It's not coated or anything like that. But you can prime it and paint it like a metallic color or something like that. Because whenever I get around to going back to my my little SD unicorn, that's what I'm actually going to be doing to its Psycho frame. I'm going to be painting it and painting it. I'm going to be priming it and painting the Psycho frame like a metallic green, maybe metallic blue. I don't even know yet at this point. Depends on how I'm feeling. But anyway, a metallic instead of that clear color, I personally think would look really good. So you have a decision to make, basically. Now, there may be aftermarket kits that you can buy either in clear plastic or in alternate shades of clear plastic for the Psycho frame, for the perfect grade, master grade, high grade, etc. But again, it's just more money that you gotta buy, that you gotta put down to get your desired look. But if you just want to straight paint it and make it like a metallic color, everything, yeah, that's easy. That's easy. Bry Guy says, LOL, they're jamming to We Will Rock You from the Sound of... Yeah, tell me about it. It is... yeah. Michael Dawson says, you might be able to change the color. Would require the LED set. Theory is putting clear UV reactive paint behind the plastic. But that's still not going to work though, Michael, because the thing is that whatever paint that you put behind the clear plastic, the colored clear plastic is that it's just going to mix and become kind of a muddled color. So say if it's green and you put a yellow LED behind it or a red LED, those two colors are gonna mix and it's just gonna make a dookie color. Yeah. Let's see. Rami Bro says, what about with clear dark colors? Again, what you're going to run into is it's just going to the colors are going to essentially mix together, and it's not going to look great, unfortunately. If that was just a coated plastic, then yeah, I mean, you could strip it off and paint it whatever color you want. But since the color is baked into the plastic, there's nothing that you can do at that point. There's nothing that you can. There's no chemical you can submerge it in to take that color away. It's just that's what you're stuck with, unfortunately. I understand why Bandai did it that way, for, you know, user friendliness, especially for beginners. But a part of me wishes they would sell maybe an aftermarket clear option for those of us that take it seriously, and want to paint it a different color and customize it. But say la vie, right? But yeah, so I mean, to answer your question, it's not gonna. Unfortunately, Rami, that's not gonna work, dude. You know, if it's red and you put a dark blue on it, then what you're gonna end up is with an extremely dark purple, and at that point, you might as well just prime it and paint it a metallic color. It's just not gonna work, unfortunately. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but yeah, a lot of people have tried in the past, and it's not a workable scenario. Sorry. George Jackson says, I did my perfect grade Banshee from gold to metallic green. There you go. Yeah. CML says, recast it with clear resin and use alcohol inks. That's a lot of work. You might as well just look for a third party option at that point, because you're going to be spending so much in resin and silicone molds and everything. Shit, you might as well just go and buy yourself another perfect grade at that point, because that's going to be a lot of money spent on trying to cast it and everything. M. Nielsen says, paint a psycho frame with those color shifting paints. Ooh, that's actually a really good idea. Yeah. SMS, our boy Scott from down in Australia, they sell the USA Gundam Store sells SMS, and he's got some really, really awesome color shifting paints. And then my good friends Armored Komodo, who sell the Chroma Flare powders and everything. Those are another option. It depends on which route that you want to go, but either one I think would look pretty fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, good call. Calvin Bram says, hey, did you say how MosquitoCon went for you, or the event itself went? Okay, so I guess we're getting into the MosquitoCon. All right, so let me hit this.
We have a question.
So how was MosquitoCon? For most everybody, it was awesome. Great turnout. I know Julio is in the chat. He won the Gundam category. Our boy Brian won, what was it, sci-fi, I think, Julio? They both took first place, so big congratulations to them. They got plaques for it and everything. So that was really, really cool. The Gundam turnout was amazing. I was telling a lot of people that day that, it might as well have been a Gundam show with some other categories, because there were that many. The Gundam tables and the sci-fi mecha tables and everything had more models on those tables than I think any of the other tables did. And it was awesome. It was an amazing turnout. and I think a lot of people had a great time. Me personally, I shouldn't have gone. I should not have gone. Not for any reason, at MosquitoCon or anything. The day before was a trying day, to say the least, and my head wasn't in it, and everything that could have gone wrong on Saturday went wrong for me. It was not a good day for yours truly. So I told a few people up there I just shouldn't have gone, and honestly, hindsight being what it is, I should not have gone. I should not have been there. I should have stayed home. So yeah, it just, it is what it is. I loved seeing everybody. But I shouldn't have gone. It was just, it was one thing after another. It was Jacob's fucking ladder, basically. All the shit that happened Friday, and I don't want to get into that because, it was shit with Amber and the ex. Fucking drama that we didn't need. So up until about 10 o'clock Friday night, I had it in my mind that I was not going. And I was completely comfortable with that. I was planning on just staying here, hanging out with Amber, and we were gonna chill and watch anime and go shopping or whatever, just have fun. But decisions were made, things like that, where, she went and, it was the ex's week with her. That's, she made the decision to go with her. And I was just like, cool. Yeah. I mean, it's a big decision. Very mature decision. So that was a trying experience. I won't lie to you. So let me do camera one, because fuck's sakes, can't do just looking at a fucking desk. So anyway, so a trying time Friday, just fucked my brain, fucked my whole mood, everything. I was just mad at everything at that point. Drop Amber off. It's like 10:30 before I get back here. I have to wake up at 4:30 to make it up there in time. So get up 4:30, leave at 5:30, get up there at about 8:30, 8:45. Hopefully get a parking spot, get registered, get in there. That didn't happen. I woke up an hour late. Fuck my life. Still had to take a shower. Still had to get gas. Still had to go to the ATM. All that shit. By the time I got out of here, it was like 6:30. I got up there at about, I think it was like 9:45-ish. And I had to take all back roads because I didn't have my easy pass, because the ex canceled them and I had to order new ones and they hadn't come in yet. So I'm like, fuck. So I took all back roads. That took forever. And it was painful. And just an absolute pain in my ass. So finally got up there, got in line, and Julio can attest to this. We stood there for like an hour, waiting almost an hour, probably 45 minutes, an hour, waiting to get into the place, waiting to get registered and everything. It sucks. It sucked. I'm sitting there and, and people trying to small talk me and everything, and I'm not into that, and I'm just like, fucking leave me alone. You got the cargo short crew in there, the old dudes, and everything, and it's just, it was just not appealing after all of that. So that was all getting on my nerves. Got in there, got set up, everything, started talking to everybody, and that was all good. And I was really having a good time. It's just, things were just really, really getting on my nerves and everything. And my head was still, thinking about the day before and all that. And honestly, I shouldn't have gone. Trying to get everybody corralled and going to lunch and everything, it was like herding cats, right? So, you know, just all the little things were just getting on my fucking nerves. Met some cool people for the first time. I don't know if Zentropy is watching, but I met him. He was really cool. We talked for several minutes. That was awesome meeting him. And then met Mr. Floyd Bazin. Very, very skilled modeler. He had this amazing Batman bust that I believe he won first place in the figure category with that thing. It was very, very nice time talking to him. Very, very much a pleasure. He was a very, he was a gentleman. Let's put it that way. Very, very nice guy. But you know, just as the day went on, it was just everything was working on my nerves. Some people got drunk, and it was just like, this is not the fucking place for that. And you know, other people were acting fucking childish, and it was just, it wasn't a day for me. It wasn't the day. It was not the day. And then, you know, the airdrop evidently got disqualified, which I don't care. I could care less about, honestly. I did not really care one bit at that point. Honestly, even before that, I didn't really care about winning or anything like that, because all I wanted to do was see my friends, and that I got, you know. But just at the end of it, it was, and I know everybody saw, like, I was frustrated and upset and everything, like, all day. So, I don't know. I felt ostracized a little bit. Like, everybody was kind of keeping their distance from me. And I get it. But that worked on my nerves a little bit, too. It is what it is. And then, by the time everything ended and all of the awards were handed out and everything, I was just like, all right, fuck this, I'm out. I was so just done with everything. I didn't even say bye to anybody. And I feel like a dick for doing that. So if you guys, you know, Julio, Manny, Brian, if you guys ever watch this or whatever, if you ever see this or whatever, I'm sorry for that. And it's not me. I had it, and I was not in a good headspace for it. So, I know everybody else had a great time. I did not have a good time. And like I said, I should not have gone. Yeah. Kelvin Branham says, okay, why the DQ? So from what I understand, and I don't know IPMS rules very well. I just don't. Evidently, and this is from what I've heard from several people, is that you can't win with the same model in, I guess, like 2 locations, like a regional thing. Because I won with airdrop like in January of last year down in Richmond, and that's what I've heard. But I don't care. I really don't care. Like I said, you know, the prize was just seeing everybody and getting to hang out with everybody. But like I've said to several people, I shouldn't have gone. It wasn't my day. And yeah, it just wasn't my day. So, yeah, I think MosquitoCon was an outstanding success, especially for the Gundam category, and especially for Julio and for Brian, because, you know, they showed out and they won, and they deserved to win, and I think that, you know, showing and everything will push Gundam very, very far, within MosquitoCon next year. So yeah, that's exciting. So anyway, you can't win them all, right? You have good days and you have bad days. I had a bad day. Not a big deal. We move on, right? We move on. So, let's see. Where do we leave off? Christ, Where did we leave off? Calvin Brand. There it is. Michael Dawson says, I did use yellow-orange color shift for a real grade Banshee. Worked really well. Ooh, on a Banshee. That probably looks killer. I'm not going to lie. And then, there's Julio. He says, what up, fam? Tim's colon hard as fuck. Julio, how do you know my colon is hard like a brick? Questionable. Helsting Oz unit. Now they do have a straight white unicorn high grade kit. You can change color. Interesting. Sam L says, not to mention the equipment to get a good cast without bubbles. Yeah, because you're gonna need a pressure pot, right? Fuck, that's a lot of money, dude, for just to replace an internal psycho frame. Yeah. Helsting Oz unit, it says, or get that light up unicorn master grade. Yeah. Kenneth says you can mix with some UV clear paints with the color you're painting on the frame for UV light ups. See, but you're still gonna run into the same problem as the the paints kind of mixing and the light shining through and everything. You're still gonna run into that, unfortunately. Julio says he took beings, robots, and creatures. Brian did. Brian won with his Calamity kit, the Breagle. The Breagle was awesome. Julio says it was good seeing you, though. Thank you, Julio. Appreciate you. Helsting Oz unit. You can get the Unicorn high grade with the clear frame or that $200 master grade lighting version. Ooh. M. Nielsen says, I'm going to paint my Master Grade Suzabi and the Master Grade Sinanju with color shifting paints. I do like that look. Especially if you're going for like that artistic look, color shifting paints are pretty damn cool. There's Frankie. He says, who the fuck is Jacob? Let's steal his ladder, right? Shit. Michael Dawson says, I take it you just have placed 10th again? Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you, asshole. Rami Bro says, thanks for the advice, bro. You're welcome, brother. Anytime. Julio says, no worries, bro. Life be happening. Tell me about it, right? Kenneth says, oh, can't reuse awarded a model. Bummer. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is all about. Like, I won over a year ago with the thing in fucking Virginia, hundreds of miles away. Like, whatever. Again, I really don't care. Fucking little Andrew came up to me after the award ceremony, and he comes up and he's just like, and he was being serious. He was being very sincere about it. He's just like, dude, are you salty about not winning? And I told him, I said, nah, man, I'm not. I honestly, I couldn't care less about fucking winning. It's bullshit. I mean, like, the fucking airdrops won already. Let somebody else win. I'm glad Julio won. Because he needs to win. Because that's going to push his dumb ass to do better things. Yeah. So no, I could fucking care less about winning. It's bullshit. Anyway. Colin, Mr. HiCraig is with us. What up, Colin? He says, yo. Ty Furious says, like that quote from The Crow, it can't rain all the time. Unless you live in Seattle. G-Stance, or Tupperware with vacuum. Sorry, G-Stance, you lost me on that one. I think, I don't know. Helsting Oz unit, what's your thoughts on them calling Gundam a Transformer at the Olympics? I think people are making a way bigger deal about it than it needs to be, honestly. Fucking everybody calls them Transformers when they don't know what they are. You know what I mean? It's like, it's euphemistic. Because, like, it's one of those kind of terms that you use for robots, you know? It's like here in the... Okay, so, perfect example. Here in the States, we call cotton buds Q-tips. Q-tip is not the actual term. It's the fucking brand, right? Q-tip. And it's like it's like my favorite term, pla plate. Pla plate is not the thing. It's a brand, right? It's plastic sheet, but nobody wants to call it that. So it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like that, you know, people calling the unicorn a transformer. I'm not. I really don't care about it. It doesn't hurt me at all. And if anything, it's going to get people. It's going to get people interested, at very least, in, you know, in robots like that. You know, fictional robots, whether it be Transformers, whether it be Voltron, whether it be GoBots from back in the day, whether it be Gundam, Mazinga Z, whatever, any of them. If it gets them interested in the genre of mecha, I think that's a win-win for everybody, honestly. So I was actually really glad to see it in the background, and it was framed. That one picture that's going around everywhere was fucking framed so beautifully. Like, it was right there, like, gazing at the climber. I was just like, that's a fucking good picture right there. That's gonna be big. And BBC screwed the pooch on it. It's not a big deal. It's just gonna help foster that curiosity of people, you know, because you're talking about a world stage. So I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be more important than the faux pas turns out, honestly. Yeah. I heard a click. Anyway. Something's about to blow up behind me. Watch. Charles Dodge says, you gotta love the BBC. Hey, man. I don't know. BBC's kind of cool. Yeah. Gamer Bud's with us. What's going on, Bud? He says if they make that light up unicorn in real grade, I'm going to have to pass on that. I have a history breaking real grade unicorns as flashbacks and cries. Oh, man, it's okay. Let's see. Helsing Islands unit. Sorry about the repeat. Thought I deleted one. Guess I forgot. It's not a big deal, dude. Michael Dawson says the unicorn is kind of a transformer. Technically, he's not wrong. Technically, he's not wrong. Yeah. Let's see. Bry Guy says they hate us because they can't be us. Maybe. Julio says, I told you when I saw you pulling out airdrop, I lost. Dude, you know, I wouldn't worry about it. It was cool. It was really cool. So funny story about Mosquito Con. I'm looking at I'm just looking at the models going up and down the tables and everything, and I come to Julio's Buzz Lightyear, right? And it's got the Mecha Decals on it and the whole 9 yards, and I'm looking at it and I'm just smiling at it. Like, it pleased me. It was like the one thing that I needed that day to see that model, right? And all I hear is fucking Julio from across the other table going, ha ha ha, look at him, like pointing at me, right? And I look up at him, I'm just smiling, I'm like, yeah, this is cool. So it was awesome to see. I love that model that Julio created. And funny, you know, because Amber got me the same Buzz Lightyear for Father's Day, and I'm sorry, Julio, I think I'm gonna have to do something akin to what you did, but I don't it's not gonna be, I don't think I'm gonna do stock colors on it, so it'll be more different than similar, let's put it that way. So, but I think I'm gonna have to do something with it, which should be pretty cool. Anyway, Kelvin Branham says, yeah, that's a real IPMS rule. Sorry you had to find out about it. If it's okay, I'll contact you on IG and give examples. Oh, dude, it's not a big deal. It really isn't. Like I said, I really don't care. it was cool to, but so this was the thing. Even though it got DQ'd, it brought enjoyment to everybody that wanted to see it, right? I know several people that, had said to me they came specifically to see Airdrop, and that was very flattering. I personally don't think that's a great reason to go to a convention just to see one model, but hey, more power to you. Just talking with people and meeting people and stuff like that, it was really, really cool, especially Mr. Zentropy and Floyd Bazin especially was oogling over Airdrop, and that just felt good. I won't lie, it felt good. But in terms of winning, it's inconsequential, honestly. Yeah, it's not a big deal. But I appreciate the thought, Kellen. I really do. But yeah, you don't have to. Frankie says everyone calling bleach Clorox. Yeah, that's another good example, right? Let's see. Colin Barr's with us. What's going on, Colin? Long time no see, dude. He says it's a cultural thing. It's like calling every military action figure an Army man or a G.I. Joe. Yeah, very similar. Very similar. Easy 8 Boy. What's going on, dude? Just giving us a smile. What's going on? Lou says, you saw that new season of Transformers, though? I haven't. I've been seeing mixed reviews on it. Like, a lot of people are saying, like, it's straight doo-doo compared to the previous 2 seasons. But it's in my next Netflix queue. I just haven't had time with everything going on and all that. So hopefully, with having the house under contract and hopefully having my own contract very, very soon on a house, I'll be able to start playing catch up and stuff like that. So we'll see. I did watch the Suicide Squad last night. That was awesome. So many memorable points in that. But the one character that did it for me, the Weasel. The Weasel got me in all the right places. Just, oh my god. Oh. Flag was just like, Jesus Christ, did anyone check to see if the Weasel can swim? I fucking lost it. Oh, the Weasel's in the water like, I won't say any more because I want you guys to watch it because it is that good. It's actually better than the first one, hands down. But I think it's better than the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. The way I described it to Amber was Guardians of the Galaxy but darker, but still funny. So they're actually upstairs watching it now. Go figure. But yeah, it was good. It was good. I highly suggest you all go and watch it if you have the ability to do so. It was a fun time. It's a really, really fun time. Let's see. Michael Dawson says knowing is half the battle. Yo, Joe. Gamer Bud says we had family over last weekend, and one of my older cousins came in the room where my other cousin and I were talking about my Gundams and said, "Hey, cool Transformers!" We yelled at him to get out. This scrub. Bry Guy says, "Oh, that Unicorn Gundam was staring to that guy's soul, dude. Right? It was such a good picture. It was framed so perfectly. That photographer, he needs to get a raise. I don't give a shit." Sparion's with us. What's going on, dude? He says it makes for more hype having the correction. That's actually a really good point, because by calling it a Transformer, you get this like community rage that kind of lights up the internet and everything, and it gets more people kind of into the conversation. That's a great point, Sparion. Great point. Rami Bro says, no lie, Tim, you should write a book or you have your own magazine brand with helpful tips, bro. I'll buy that in a heartbeat. Actually, I'm going to be working on a book very, very soon. I've got the layout and outline pretty much all done and all of that. So yeah, just with everything that's been going on with the divorce and selling the house and all that, that took a back burner. I was supposed to work on that last fucking year. But with the shit hitting the fan, that obviously, dropped on my priority list at that point. But fair not, I will definitely be working on a book. Yeah. So, and basically what I'm going to be doing is it's going to be called Mechanology. I already got the name and everything. But it's going to be a detailing book. From beginner to advanced. It's going to take you through simple details to, kind of scratch building details and stuff like that. So I think it should be really, really good. Really good. Julia says, maybe it was called a transformer purposely to get people talking about the mistake and the mecha. Could be. I doubt it, but there's always that chance, right? Kenneth said, speaking of books, did Tim buy E-Day's mechanics book? I did not. I passed on that. Michael Dawson says, oh yeah, that buzz was poodoo. Julio says, do it. At least I finished it, Mike. Ooh. John Lynn's with us. She says, hi, Tim and everyone else. What's going on, John Lynn? Julio says, I enjoyed it, talking about Suicide Squad. Ty Fury says, fucking loved Weasel. Oh, it was so good. Julio says, King Shark for life, right? Hell yeah. M. Nielsen says, I will take one copy of your upcoming book, please. Good deal. As soon as I finish it. Cheers. But yeah, I'm thinking. And mind you, guys, the book is far off in the future. Okay, the book is far off in the future. Let's not make any assumptions here, right? And we've got a lot of other projects to do as well. But the book is a big one. I definitely want to get that started and worked on very, very soon. But there's a lot of other endeavors that I'm wanting to do and looking at to do. And it's just the fucking time. This past couple years has not been kind in terms of having time to work on shit. Obviously. What episode is this? How many episodes have we spent fucking masking? What, 20 or 30 it seems? Hell, I feel like I started masking last year. And I just came back in February. It feels like that. It's literally dragging on because I just don't have any time outside of the stream. So, what are you going to do? John Lund says, am good. Went out and had some drinks. Currently painting. Enjoyable. Thomas Staten says, I was watching Shoot 'em Up last night. That's a very, very good movie. Very underrated. And he says, and one of the henchmen looks exactly like TOAA. I know that's got to stand for something, but immediately you lost me there, Michael. Thomas. I'm sorry. TOAA. Fuck. Yeah, I'm just. As soon as you say it, I'm gonna be like, ah. But right now, I'm just like, nah. Kenneth says, just watched Jungle Cruise yesterday. Fun movie. I have that on Q. I have my ways. Anyway, but yeah, it looks interesting. So we'll see. Anyway, okay. So wow, it's 11:39 already, you guys. We haven't done really jack shit. Let's get to work. Yeah. Let's get to work. All right, so we're going back to camera 2, and we're going to throw on the eyes, and we're going to get to work here. Now, the face plate is going to be a bit complicated, but we'll get it. We'll get it, right? We'll get it. So the first thing I think we need to do is focus the camera. Hey. But we need to mask off these face vents here and these side vents there. So what are we looking at? All right, so 6mm piece right in front should be fine. We'll cut a 10 piece there for the side, the upper side here, and then we'll mask off the chin to start with. Okay, so let's get a couple 3mm pieces cut here. Gamer Bud says, I haven't been working on Gundams much, but I have been painting a lot. I started collecting the Masters of Universe Origins line of toys and painting them up. Nice. He says, I do have a Moon Gundam I need to build, though. There you go. Nice. Bud, at least you're still being creative. That's the big thing. That's the big thing. Being creative, man. That's the name of the game. All right, so 3mm pieces here. Let's go ahead with that. It doesn't have to be exact. We're just approximate, right? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to try and stuff this tape right down into that little kind of crevice there. Now, it looks a bit high. We're going to need to bring this down a bit. Right about there. All right. Good deal. All right, so we've got that done there. Oh, maybe, you know what, now that I look at it, maybe we should have used 10mm instead of 6. Yeah, let's go with that, because the reason why is because when I want the tape to wrap up and around both upper portions of the jaw here, the jaw plate right here. Focus. There. I want it to wrap around up and around both sides of the jaw plate here. So 6mm is just short from that, right? Helsting Oz Unit says, change my Facebook profile picture to the unicorn watching guy climb the rock, climb wall. Nice. Thomas Staten says the one above all. Oh, the TOAA. Yeah. Oh man, it's been so long since I've watched Shoot 'em Up though. Shit. I don't remember. I'll take your word for it though. But I don't remember. It was such a good movie. Okay, so now we've got 2 pieces of 3mm, actually just under 3mm, by 10mm now. So what that's going to get us is tape that won't come off the tweezers. That's what it's getting us. Alright, so now, see how that wraps right under there? Actually, I might need to position that a little bit better because I want there to be an equal amount of tape top and bottom. Right there. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Much better. Much better. Alright. Just burnish that down. good there. And now we can wrap that up and around and pull that right over the top there. So now this whole side here is completely masked off, and we can actually shoot the paint in at this angle and not have to worry about it painting the jaw armor here. Okay. Now this little sliver of jaw armor, you can see the separation right there. That's going to be a pain in the butt. That really is going to be a pain in the butt. But we can do it. It's not a big deal. Let's get this other side taped up here first, and then we'll start to tackle these other, you know, kind of foo-foo pieces here. Okay. Did anybody see the Crunchyroll panel today? Because I did that it was a pre-recorded video that me and Armida, Tex Marquise, and Jason Sainami on Instagram that we went on and did. We talked about some models and stuff like that, and we shared some tips and stuff like that. I don't know if anybody saw it or not. I did not watch it, quite frankly. I didn't have time today. So I don't know if anybody watched it and wanted to give feedback or not, but yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch it. So, but evidently Crunchyroll did a whole big thing today, so I guess it was like a virtual convention for them or something like that, or an expo or something. I have no clue. I didn't even know what it was when I was doing the video, what it was going to be used for. David Clark was just like, y'all want to be on the video? I'm like, yeah, well, sure, why not? Sure, I'll help out. Okay. So we've got that top masked off for the little chin piece here. Now we're going to run a longer piece right up these sides, and it's going to fill in that little seam between these two pieces of tape, and it's also going to mask off the side of the little chin piece there too. So we're going to cut maybe a 2.5 millimeter piece, a couple of those right there. Okay, so again, we want to wrap the tape up and around the jaw armor here. Okay, and that looks pretty good. And that covered that little seam there. That's excellent. Press that into place ever so carefully here. Now this is a fragile piece just because of the way that it's designed, and I don't want to dick around with, you know, pushing the tape in, you know, too harshly, especially with this the sticky tack. Ugh. Okay. Okay. George Jackson, man. Thank you, George. George says, hey, Tim, I just wanted to let you know thank you for all of what you do and help you give to me and to all who watch you. Thank you, George. I appreciate that, buddy. I really do. That means a lot. Thank you. Very nice. Very nice words. Michael Dawson says, I said I would be done with my Delta build by Sunday. I was wrong. LOL. Maybe by Tuesday. Get on it, son. Come on, Michael. Stop dicking around. But it wouldn't be Michael if he didn't, right? Wouldn't be Michael if he didn't. So, alright. So far, so good. This is looking decent. Whoop! What? 14 raid. Mr. Bad Gumple. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. We're doing... so, for the people that just came in on the raid, again, thank you. We're doing some masking. Yeah. Hey, now. Thick Gumpla. What up? New follow. Thank you. Welcome to the Mecha Army. You get one of these. Yes, sir. Nice. So, like I said, we're doing for everybody that just came in over there on good old Twitch. We're doing some masking. Hey, Plastic Warfare 0079. Again, welcome to the Mecha Army. You also get one of these. Hey. But we're doing some masking on this GM Quel master grade here. Starting to mask up the jaw armor here just so we could paint up the little chin piece here. And then also so we can paint the cheek vents and some of the other miscellaneous pieces and parts here too. So, that's what you guys are in for. Boring masking. Welcome to the show. Hey. Trust me, it gets more interesting than this, but time has just been shitty. Let's see, GamerBud says, excuse me, I found the video on Crunchyroll site. Go to the expo, then to VODs, and look for Let's Try Special Building Tips from Gunpla Contest Winners. Yeah, the fucking name, man. That's Bandai. That's all Bandai. That's Mother Bandai, who wanted that long-ass title. So, it's just fucking annoying, right? But yeah. It's funny. One little nitpicky thing that kind of got on my nerves today is I know Armida Tex Marquise had tweeted out the link to it and everything, or retweeted the link to it because Crunchyroll had tweeted it out on their account. They didn't even add us. Just on and I looked because a lot of their other tweets and posts and stuff like that. They added the artists. They didn't add us. Would have been nice. So people can find us and, pick our brains a little bit more. Why not? But, say love me. Anyway. Thick Gunpla. Over there on Twitch. Whoa! Yeah. This is fun, isn't it? Masking. Yay. Everybody's favorite subject. Anyway, no, we're getting into this thing. So, next up, we're going to mask off these side vents here. Now, the good thing about that is that we don't have to do much in way of, bottom masking down here because there's not really anything, there's nothing there to really mask. It just kind of stops at that point. So that's cool. That works for us. So we're going to spin this around back to the 6mm side, and we're going to cut a couple 2mm pieces to help wrap the underneath portion here, this line there. And then we'll continue on and see what we can do here. Yeah? Alright, so get that right on the line, get that wrapped, especially underneath, because you want to protect this bottom section here, right? Because, so, say you don't mask any of this off, yeah? And it becomes, you know, a mishmash of other military colors. It's not going to look good. It may not necessarily be seen all the time, but it's still not going to look good. And if it does get seen, and if you happen to enter a competition, you're done. Case closed, cancel Christmas. Done. Done. So, I'd rather take a little bit of time and a little bit of masking tape and mask that shit off so I know that we're covered on it. Make sense? I'm glad we're in agreement. Alright, so let's tackle this thin little section here. That's gonna be a bitch. And I should have put, I probably should have put a panel line. I probably should have scribed in something there. Just to make masking easier. But I didn't. So we're going to have to deal with it. So, let's go 3mm on this piece here. This is the 6mm side again. Just like that, okay? And I'm going to pop this off of here. Now, we're going to use the other tweezers. And I am going to flip down my visor here and really see what's what. Now, hopefully, we burnish this down well enough, it might just stick. Fingers crossed. Although, this may be a lost cause. This may be a fucking lost cause. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's a lost cause. All right, so it's not a lost cause, but this big 3mm piece is an absolute lost cause. So what we're going to do to compensate for this, we're going to double up on the masking tape. We're going to cut a super thin piece. We're going to go 1mm to start with, okay? And then we'll double up. We'll mask that little bit on the side first, and then we'll see if we can't maybe wrap that 3mm up and over that one. And who knows? It might work, it might not. But we're going to get a little bit better adhesion from this 1mm right here, right? Especially on this very, very, very short wall right here. We're going to get a better adhesion because there's going to be a higher percentage of that surface area on the tape that's able to stick down, right? And I'll be honest with you, maybe 1mm is still too much. And my visor's probably in the way, just FYI, and it looked like it was. But realistically, the only section of this little wall right here that we need to worry about is this short, maybe 2mm section right where the vent, right here where that vent meets, and that's we need to mask that top edge of the vent off, and that's what we're trying to accomplish here, right? Everything else is inconsequential. Meaning it doesn't have to be masked off. It just shit. Hey, John Lynn, thank you for the $2 super chat. Appreciate you. No lost causes, only happy accidents. Well, ain't that just fucking Bob Rossi of you? Anywho, let's see. Let's get caught up. Masking the perfect lullaby. Tell me about it, Sam. John Lynn says, I'd rather do a plain, straight build than be caught masking. LOL, I will snap plain ass harrows. I don't blame you. Masking sucks. I fucking hate masking. It's the worst part of the whole thing for me. It really is. Anyway. M. Nielsen over there on YouTube, he says, Tim's masking and I'm building a master grade 00 Quanti full saber. Nice. Edward Leonard. Edward's back. What's going on, Edward? He says, sorry I had to even watch another commercial, but I have to chime in on the masking. Tim, figure something better because I would rather shove a rock up my ass and walk 2 miles. Dude, I mean, it's kind of accurate, right? Because I fucking hate this. This shit sucks. It really, really does, and it's not fun to watch. I have no idea how you people are even still here, quite frankly. Maybe you're masochists. I don't know. Maybe you're into the torture thing. That's not my game, but hey, everybody's got their own little kink. You know, I'm not gonna hate on it. But yeah, it's just fucking masking sucks so bad. But it's the step before the awesome step. Decals. What? That for me is where everything comes together. Is decals. I know, and it's weird because a lot of people hate decals, right? And there are some people that actually like masking, which I don't understand. But hey, again, everybody has their own thing. I'm not gonna hate. All right, yeah, there we go. There we go. That is much better. All right. Cool. That wraps down there. That gets burnished in right on the panel line. And then we can wrap this guy, this little piece here, we can wrap that over. Pop that right on the side there. Cool. All right. Excellent. So that top side is now done and done. Now, let's see if it's 3mm. Yeah, it's 3mm too wide for that. So what we'll do is we'll cut maybe 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 right there. And let's see now if that works to cover this side of the vent here. Let's go from this angle here. This is the most important side, so I do have to use my visor for this, because I want this right on the line. It needs to be perfect, because this is on the head. The head is the most looked at part of any, Gundam model. It's going to be the thing that draws people's eyes in first. It's where people look to. And if the head is not, immaculate, then quite frankly, people are going to be like, okay, if the head's wrong, what else is wrong on the model? You know? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, people. All right. So that looks pretty damn good. That's nice and tight right there. That's right on the panel line. Little finagling right here at the bottom. But I think otherwise, we got a nice tight mask. So that's gonna come out really, really good. And then later we can start to mask off the side of the head there, right? All right. What time is it? Oh my God, it's already midnight. Fuck it, let's keep going. There's 42 of you watching. Thank you for tuning in, especially on a Friday. Why don't you have anything else better to do? You don't have friends? That's okay. Me neither. Anywho. All right. So let's continue on. And we'll get the other side masked, and then we'll kind of see how we feel about all this. And see if we want to continue on. Yeah? Yeah. Anywho. All right. So, we're going to get this 1mm popped in onto the top of the vent on this side. Just like we did on the other side here. Very, very carefully, very delicate. It's dainty even. CML says, because I'm tired of packing. Spirian says, put the car in the shop. There you go. Jalen says, I got to build off. I got to finish by Sunday night, and I'm like 75% done except for hand painting. Ugh, hand painting. Kenneth says, it's weekends. Hey. All right. I like where all of your heads are at. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Okay. All right, so there's that, and now we can get this 3mm up and over the top of the vent, and then that's going to hold everything into place. Now, before I do that, I need to angle cut one corner so it doesn't run into the other cheek vents there. So, right there. Just like that. And then we'll get that pushed in right to the corner of this piece. Get it burnished down big time. Just like that. Wrap that around the corner, and then this that piece we can pull in from the other side and wrap that around here. Very good. Very, very good. All right. So there's that to begin with. Now, we need a 2.5mm piece on this side. And then that will finish off the cheek vent masking and everything. And then we can move on to the next step of this operation. Let's see. Focus. There we go. Again, using the visor to its absolute utmost here to be able to see and get this mask on here super tight. And yeah, that looks great. That looks really, really good. Those front vents are now masked completely off. Jolly good. All right, so real quick though, I do want to get a piece of tape right in here along this inner edge here, just because I don't want any weirdness in terms of paint and stuff like that. So I just cover my butt on this. You know what I mean? Just covering my butt. So we're gonna do maybe 2mm slice on the inside, and we're just going 10 mil because we're gonna go one piece on each side, just to ensure that we've got proper coverage. Okay. Just like that. All right. That looks pretty damn good. Pretty happy about that. Not going to be any overspray on the inside of this piece now, which is pretty crucial. There we go. That looks really good. All right, so let's do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to go from this angle here. We're just going to lay that in just ever so carefully. We're going to need the other tweezers for this. And now, some of you may be wondering, like, why do you use the sharp, pointy tweezers sometimes and not the reverse locking tweezers? Honestly, because the surface area, the amount of surface area is a lot less here, so paint doesn't, or tape doesn't stick nearly as well on these as opposed to these. There's a lot more surface area for that tape to adhere to on the inner jaws than there are here. So that's the big reason why I switch back and forth. I'm more comfortable using the reverse locking tweezers, but when the need arises, switch out to the pointy ones. And these are much better for tiny pieces of tape and stuff like that. Okay. Alright, now there's a little gap. I don't even know if you guys can see it on camera, honestly, but there's a little gap right there. It's like a little, just a itty bitty little piece, little hairline kind of piece. Now, cool thing about having this plexiglass with all of this other, crap tape on it is that you can just, if you just need a little patch of tape, you can just take a piece like this, right? Just an off cut, and that's, you can see the serration on one end from the dispenser, right? So you can take a piece like that and utilize this as just a simple patch to cover up any teeny tiny spots in your masking, which is really useful, especially on very delicate parts like this. that just covered that up perfectly. Perfect. Okay. Very good. All right. So there is, there's the jawline and the two front vents taped up. Looking good. Looking good. Now, what we're going to do next, excuse me, is to start to tape up the side vents here, right? So let's get on that next. We're going to start off by masking off this top section here. Now remember, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be painting the front part of this vent that darker gray color, but we're also painting this visor here that wraps into it that darker gray color too. So there's going to be a separation between the green color in this section here and this section here. So we need to tape up to this panel line and then down and around the vent and then up and back around. So shouldn't be nearly as hard as the faceplate, right? Shouldn't be nearly as hard. But let's get caught up with the chat just real quick, yeah? Let's see. Sparion says, trying to finish my GBA Summer Squad. Oh, yeah. That's going on. I forgot about that. Johnlin says, mood, Sparion. Yeah, I think Johnlin's doing the same thing, right? Kelvin says, I got nothing more to do this evening, young man. Hey, thank you, Kelvin. Sparion says, hand painting 2mm kanji, to be honest. Oof, trying to. Johnlin says, LOL, I feel you. My dummy self decided to do some shit. She says, I'm working on my yellow Zaku and it's coming out rough in a good way. Looking like an oil painting, hella abstract. Word. Sparion says, looking forward to seeing. Kenneth says, it works better on tiny and tight areas. Oh yeah, the sharp tweezers. Yes, that's a definite. That's an absolute definite. No doubt about that, Kenneth. No doubt about that. All right. So, trying to figure out a plan of attack here, because what we need to do is we need to tape up this little section here, but then also wrap around here. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. We're going to do all of that in one fell swoop here. That is about, we're going to call that 2mm. We're going to actually switch this or back around to the 10mm side, and we're going to cut out 2mm piece on this side. We're actually going to cut 2. Just like that. All right, so now, kind of the fun part here. It's not fun. Trust me, it's not. But, so what we're going to do is we're going to pop this right there. Right up against that upper panel line there, yeah? All right, so I don't know if you were able to see that, but I just marked this piece of tape with my sharp tweezers here, so that I can cut it at the proper angle with my X-Acto knife. So now this should be an angled piece, and it is. And that angle should be pretty damn close to the angle that we need to go right up to both of these panel lines. And it looks pretty damn good. Yeah. That looks pretty good. just like that. Okay. Now, tricky part is wrapping this around the inside of this helmet here without migrating this piece of tape here on the front, without it pulling, you know? So we're going to actually pull it a little farther than we need on the outside, so that way we got a little wiggle room here on the inside. There we go. And I didn't pull that super tight either. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. On the inside, I didn't pull that tight. I just basically kind of looped it around on itself, so it's got some slack there, so it doesn't pull and migrate this tape right here. Move it, basically. So now we've got the hard part done, this top piece. Now we just need to wrap pieces down and around. So that's actually much easier. So we're going to swing this back over to the other side here. And we're going to start cutting out some, let's see, 2mm pieces. Should be good to go. There, right on that line. Press that in. All right, so that's good. That's right on that panel line there. Another piece of tape on the descending panel line here. And there we go, just like that. Now we need to wrap a piece down and around, and then start working our way up and over. So that's not too bad. All right. So now we've got a kind of the same situation right here like we did on the side, the cheek vents here. We've got this little wall right here that we gotta kind of take care of, right? But before we do that here, Kyo Mecha's got a question for us.
We have a question.
Any tips for someone looking at ultrasonic cleaners? Is 20 ounce, 600 milliliters size enough? Any recommendations on good brands or brands to avoid? Kyo Mecha, first question is, where are you located? I think you were talking about Toronto earlier. Are you up in Canada? Let me know, because I think that'll dictate the direction of my recommendation. Let me know, because like the ultrasonic that I have is from Harbor Freight, Toronto area. Okay, do they have Harbor Freights up in Canada? I honestly don't know, because Harbor Freight is awesome to get cheap shit from. And that's where I got a lot of things. I got my ultrasonic cleaner from there. I got my the paint pot that I converted into a pressure pot from there. All the fittings and everything like that. My ultrasonic is, if I remember correctly, a 2.5 liter maybe. So it's on the bigger side. And that's what I would recommend if you're going to be using it to clean parts and stuff like that. Sparion says they have a store like it, and Colin says Princess Auto in Canada. Okay. So it's kind of similar then, right? So if they have like an ultrasonic cleaner there, that's like 2 liter or something like that, then I would go with that. If I remember correctly, the ultrasonic that I got was like, I don't know, I think $70. So it, obviously it wasn't cheap, but at the same vein, it wasn't expensive either, and it's paid for itself time and time again. Kiyomecha says, I'm not into perfect grades yet, but I want it to be big enough for master grade parts. Then yeah, absolutely. Get you a 2-liter one, a 2-liter size. And that'll be perfect to hold all those parts and everything. And to clean them, and to obviously clean your airbrush if you have one, and all that good stuff. And then obviously, you could be a hero to all the ladies in your life. You can clean their jewelry for them for free, and they'll fucking love you. So yeah, that's a fringe benefit of having an ultrasonic cleaner. Because then everybody's gonna come to you. Hey, can you clean this for me? And you could be like, yeah, no problem. Oh, you're my hero. So that's a side effect. But I would say 2 liters. A 2-liter size should be good, a good size. I would show you mine, but it's packed up right now. But it's basically like this big, right? Like my hands look way farther apart on the screen than they actually are. Yeah, maybe like, I don't know, maybe like that size. Yeah. Maybe that big right there. I don't know. Excuse me. But yeah, so it's not big. It's not a large piece of machinery, but it does get the job done. I bought that size specifically so I could put the fuel tanks from the Hummingbird in there to clean them after sanding and all that good stuff. So if they can hold parts from the Hummingbird, they can definitely hold other, master grade parts and stuff like that. So I think, you spend just a little bit of money, you'll be in good shape, because it is an investment. You don't use it often, but the times that you do use it, it pays for itself. So yeah. Sparion says, have the women clean your Gunpla. Samuel says, Tim's pickup line in the clubs. Hey girl, want to come over and I can clean your earrings? Colin says, next line, it's not big, but it gets the job. Oh, fucking hell. I knew it when I said it. I'd pay for it, and I did. Thank you, Colin. I appreciate you, buddy. HiCraig.storeenvy.com. Go get you some good stuff there, eh? I even added the A for you fuckers. Canada. Oh, shit. Anyway. Kiyomecha says, great tips, thanks. I'm stressing out washing parts in the sink. And someday I'll lose something. Dude, you absolutely fucking will. Don't. It's not worth it at that point. Trust me. It is not worth it. If anything, use one of those like little mesh strainers, right? Or colander or whatever it's called. I don't know. That have the handle on it, and put your pieces in there and then wash them. And that way, as long as you don't splash them around and they pop out, at least they'll be a little bit safer. But a good ultrasonic cleaner is an absolutely good thing to have in your arsenal. It really is. So, yeah. But until you get one, use a strainer. George Jackson says, got mine from Amazon for $25 and it was a 2-liter one. Woo. You got lucky then, George. Shit. Sparion says it was just low-hanging fruit. True. Very true. Samuel says, don't be like me. I bought a tiny ultrasonic. I have to clean my master grade parts in batches. Whoa. Yours is tiny, isn't it, Sam? all the girls be like, "Oh, it's so cute." Sam L says, "Gets the job done." Good. All right. Oh, you fuckers. All right, back to it. Shit. That was good. It was good. Anyway. All right. So we got to get this little section here masked off. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut a little, maybe 1.5 millimeter piece of the 6 mil tape here. And let's see what this does. Now, since it kind of gradually slopes down, then we may get lucky with adhesion and it'll wrap around and work properly here. But there's also an equal that it won't. And there's a complete possibility that it's going to be completely fucked. There's only one way to find out, right? Hey. So, but I think we got it. Yeah, we got it. We done did it. Right there. Really good. Really good. Now, we just need to mask down here. And we'll get this. No, actually, we won't do that. We're going to get another. We're going to cut a piece of 3 mil out of this. Right there. And then we'll use this to mask this bottom section here and wrap all that around and make it look good. Hey baby, you wanna come see my ultrasonic cleaner? Jesus Christ. Gets the job done. Whoo boy. Anyway. Oh shit. Low-hanging fruit it is. Low-hanging fruit it is. Alright, so let's go with some more 3 millimeter pieces here now. This is just wrapping up and around on the outside of the vents, which is a little bit easier. And we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we just cut a few pieces of four pieces here of 3 millimeter, and then we're just going to utilize these to wrap around this vent. Okay. God, it reminds me of my one friend Chad back in the day. Funny little motherfucker. And mind you, Chad was like the oldest of my friends group back in the day, like when I was in college and shit. And Chad was like in his 30s. And funny little dude, you know. He was great at, you know, break dancing and everything, and my one friend Giles, who was a little bit older than me, they would, you know, call each other, you know, he would say that's my brother and everything, and a lot of people believed him, but my friend Chad, he was always like, he would just be stupid, especially in clubs and stuff like that. He would go up to girls and just ask them the absolutely dumbest fucking questions. Like he'd go up to people and he'd be like, or yeah, he'd be like, "Hey, baby." So how about that new Bill Cosby movie? And mind you, this was before Bill Cosby was a dick, right? So, and there was no new Bill Cosby movie. Just stupid shit. But man, he had luck. I missed that dude. He was funny as shit. Chad Moses was his name. Just that whole little interaction reminded me of him. Okay. That's looking pretty damn good right there. Now, what I think we're going to do is we're going to lay down a piece of tape right here first, because there's a little flat edge right there that I want to tape off. And by doing this long edge, we can incorporate that together and get, you know, basically two birds, one stone here, right? So we'll get this little piece of 2 mil by 10. Right in there, and that's going to be a little on the long side, but that's okay. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna scrap that piece. We're gonna get a 6 mil piece. We're actually gonna cut it at 3 millimeter. All right. Now I'm thinking about all the old friends and stuff like that. Like, we would go to clubs down in Baltimore City. And there was this one that we would always go to called Louie Louie's. Such a great place. It's not there anymore. They built the Ravens Stadium over top of it. But, you know, we would go there and, like, I was the only white guy in my group of friends. So everybody else, you know, obviously was black and all that. But man, I loved them all. So such a good group of friends. We were awesome. And man, those were the days. It's funny how stupid little inane topics lead to others that trigger memories, you know? We're sitting here talking about fucking ultrasonic cleaners, and now I'm thinking about my old friends and everything. It's just funny. Just funny. Okay. That looks pretty damn good right there. I think we're moving along really nicely. Really nicely. All right. I think we're going to do just a little bit more here this evening, because it's almost, 12:40? So I think what we'll do is we'll get this side of the head masked off first, and then we'll call it a night once we're done with that. There's only a little bit more to do, I think. And then off stream I'll continue on the other side here and make that matchy. But so far so good. I think we're looking in really good shape. Yeah, I think we're looking in really good shape here. Okay, so let's keep going here. Excuse me. We're gonna cut like a thin piece of 10 mil here. And I'll show you why here in just a second. Because this needs to not only cling right up into the panel line here, also needs to wrap around this complex curve of the top of the helmet. So by cutting smaller strips like that, in important areas, mind you, and what I mean is important areas like right up here in the corner here, right? By doing that, you're going to have less surface area, but a higher percentage of the surface area. That's the important part. Adhering to the top of the head here. That's the key, is the percentage of surface area to the tape. Okay. We're going to have to cut a little bit off of that. Well, this is getting frustrating here because this is a very kind of tight curve right here, and it's not behaving. When I lay the tape down like this, it pulls away from this middle section here. So what we might have to do is cut this into little small sections. But before we do that, I'm going to get this corner here taped up first. So let's cut a 3mm piece there. We'll overlap the piece that we have, and then that way we can kind of worry about the top part there here in a second. Just make sure that gets into the corner. Pretty good so far. All right, so now we need a couple thin strips right there that we can kind of manipulate. So let's cut a 1.5mm strip here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to cut that in half and make that a 1.5 by 3mm. We're going to bisect that strip there. So what that's going to do is it's going to leave us with little smaller pieces that we can then manipulate into place. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. That looks pretty decent. Now we're going to need another one down near the bottom, but we'll get that burnished down. more piece right here in the corner. And then I think we're going to have this outline done and done. Okay. Looks pretty good. Just push that into the panel line there. Okay, excellent. Now we just need to fill in the area on top of the head here, and that's going to be pretty simple. Let's just get piece off the tape roll. Wrap that under. Now there's a little itty bitty section there that's still exposed. So cut just a little piece there. And patch that in. Push all that into place. And there we go, kids. That's one side of the Quel face pretty much done. Now, what I am going to do here later is mask this whole section up and over, mask all that off, but and leave this front section here exposed. So that's going to be gray. This all here is going to be green, but I'll do that later. It's not a big deal right now. So, but I think for the work tonight that we put into this thing, I think it looks pretty damn good. Yeah? Yeah, I'm happy with that. I knew this wasn't going to be easy, but worth it. Worth it. Yeah, it's worth it. Michael Dawson says, tomorrow I should be done painting the wing binders and torso for the Delta. Still need to finish masking the torso, though. Sam L says, halfway done with the Quelmet. Oh, the Quelmet. That's a good one, actually, Sam. Not going to lie. That's a good one. Excuse me. All right, kids. We almost went 3 hours tonight. Almost. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, so with that being said, we're going to put a bow on this one. We're going to call this one a night. Let's see. It's Friday, so I'm going to be back here on Monday. Hopefully with a house under contract. I hope. I'll let you guys know on Monday. Keep your fingers crossed for me, you guys. So we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. Yeah, so that's going to do it for us tonight and for this week. If you guys are interested in any of the tools and materials that we work with here on a nightly basis, man, hit up the Amazon link below in the description. I do get a bit of a commission based on the stuff that you buy, but it does not increase the cost for you. It just goes to help support what we do here. A lot of cool stuff in there. Like I said, tools and materials, gear for photography and streaming, books for inspiration, and a lot of cool things in there for storage solutions as well. So go keep checking that out on the regular. If you want to rock one of these awesome classic Titans shirts, go hit up www.chowtomecha.com, hit the store button up at the top. You will find this shirt and many more, including the Mecha Decal Insignia series. You'll find the Ace Pilot series in there as well. You'll also find hats and prints of my work. So go get some of that stuff for you as well. And then if you really want to show your support for what we do here, man, hit up the Chow to Mecha Patreon. It really does support what we do and fuels kind of everything going forward. So if you have the means to do so and the inclination, I'd highly thank you for that. Aside from that, if you are interested in kits, tools, paints, accessories, Mecha Decals, hit up our good friends right down here, USA Gundam Store. Adam and the fine folks over there will definitely have what you need. So, that being said, you guys, have a great weekend. All right? We're going to be back here on Monday, hopefully with a house. We'll see. So, stay safe out there, you guys. Enjoy your weekend wherever you may be. But most importantly, man, build something cool. Yeah, build something cool. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.